told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful.
Hey ladies, how are you doing? I hope you're all good and well. So I just got back from the Gurdwara and I thought I would film something whilst I'm all dressed up. No, I'm only joking. This has really actually been on my mind because there's a programme. My mother-in-law tends to watch a lot of like the Sikh channel and all the Sikh stuff. And sometimes when I'm passing by going into the kitchen and stuff, I hear like a lot of things. And one thing that they were talking about was like the whole people go and get their fortune read and like the whole palmistry and can people actually tell you things, and it was a bit of a debate. So I know like my husband and I were talking about it, and I love having these sort of discussions and stuff because my mind has really changed from what it was before, like what I used to believe before and what I believe now. So firstly, I want you all, whoever's watching me, I know you're probably not going to do this and you're probably just going to carry on watching to hear what I think, but like, what are your beliefs on people who can tell you the future, like like when they can read your palms, like the palmistry, like the fortune tellers or whatever you call them, clairvoyants, tarot card readers? What are your thoughts on it? And just pause it right now and then leave a comment down below. So pause. Before my mind actually changed to what it is now, I used to think like, you know what, that is such an amazing thing that somebody can actually tell you these things. And now I can't read palms. All I know is like the bit that curves around. Like, I don't even want to show my palm because I'm really like, I don't want anybody to know, but where your thumb is and the line that goes down, I think that's your lifeline or something, and then one of the long lines is like your education line or some, I don't know what it is, right? But anyway, oh yeah, and then this here like on the side it tells you how many kids you're having or something, or like your marriage stuff or something. I haven't a clue. So anyway, before I used to be like, oh, that'd be so brilliant, like it is amazing that somebody can do that. And I'll be honest with you, I did actually go to somebody before, and I wanted to know things as well. I'm just taking off my jewelry. I actually wanted to know things as well, and I was like, this is really cool. And then afterwards, when my whole thoughts of everything, of the positivity side, when that took place, I was like, hold on, why do we need to go to somebody else and even hear like a tiny little bit? Because the reason why I went to the person was because I wanted to know about work. And this is going back about maybe 3 years ago or something. About 3.5, maybe 4 years ago, I went to somebody, and all I asked her was about work, and she told me what I was basically thinking, and I thought, did I really have to go to you then? Because you just said whatever I was thinking. So anyway, when I've gone down this whole route of like positive stuff, I was like, why do we need to even go to these people? Because at the end of the day, and I know some of you who are really strong believers of God, like I believe in God, you know, I think that he or she, I don't like it when people say like he, the creator can help, the creator does help, the creator can change things and change everything around us, and change things in your life as well. But what I do believe is people who say that your life is written for you, like every step you take is written for you, everything you do has been written for you, that I do not believe in. That I personally believe that it's you who changes everything. You're the one that can create all these things. Because so, for example, if you wake up in the morning and you sit on the sofa like all day and you watch TV and then you have something to eat, go back to the sofa, watch TV, has that been written for you? It hasn't. That's you've decided to do that. If I decided that I wanted to become this big time chef, then what would I do? I'd have to fully have belief in it, believe in myself, put a load of love into it, and start practicing to do all the cooking, take cooking classes, or whatever it is I have to do, but put all the belief and love into it. Believe that I can do it, believe that I am the best, love what I'm doing. I put every love into every step, breath I take to becoming this ultimate big chef. Now, that is how your life is then written. Now, you may say, well, no, God is there to guide you. God is there to do all these things. Yeah, God is there to do all these things, but you have to do these things yourself as well. So it comes down to this whole, can you believe in, can you have all that faith in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you have all that love for yourself? Now, I know there's so many people who want to become things. Like if you say I want to get into the makeup industry, or you wanted to become a music producer, or you're wanting to become, I don't know, develop a new skincare range or something like that. A lot of the times what you'll find yourself doing is you'll probably think, well, what are others going to think? Like, what are they going to say when they find out that I'm doing this? And a lot of the times when that happens, you tend to put yourself down. That is what you're doing. You're putting yourself down, and you're basically telling this big creator that I have no belief in myself, I have no faith in myself, and I have no love in what I'm planning or thinking of doing. Which then what that leads to is nothing. That leads to you having nothing and you not even starting anything because you're so concerned about what are others going to say, when you should realistically be like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to tell anybody about it because let me test it out. Let me do this, and I believe that my skincare range is the best for blah, 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 whatever it is. So you've just got to have belief and faith. So this is what I ended up saying to my husband, and my husband, this is what I love about my husband so much, like we're both on the same page, we're both on the same level. Like I know that if somebody was to ask him something, like what do you think about this, like he could look at me and say, go and you tell them, and he'll agree with me. And it's not the sake of, oh, it's husband and wife, he's going to agree. Our thought pattern is more or less the same, which that's what I love. But what do you think about it, about palm reading and clairvoyance and, you know, all that stuff? Because the other thing is as well is, if you get a reading done and then they say something negative and then they say something good, now you're forever going to be thinking of both. Now it's down to believing. When you believe in something so much and you love something so much, it happens. That's a straight up fact, and I strongly believe that. Now if you start believing, like if they say to you, oh, somebody's done some voodoo stuff on you, then well, what's going to happen? You're going to start thinking it, start thinking, believing. And if they say to you, oh, in the next 3 days you're going to start having really bad headaches, well, you're going to end up having really bad headaches because you're thinking about it so much. You're going to end up causing really, really bad headaches. And then if they say to you, oh, you're going to move to America, well, or you're going to move to England, or wherever you are, you're going to move to another country, well, you're going to believe it so much, you're going to make something happen, and that thing that happens will cause you to move to that other country. So it comes down to the belief and having this full faith that this stuff is going to happen. So that's why I now believe and strongly believe, just have full faith in yourself. Believe in yourself, because ultimately it's you and this big ultimate. You know, you want to call the ultimate God, call the ultimate God. So it's between you and God. Now, your friend isn't the one who's going to put money in your pocket. Your friend isn't the one who's going to put clothes on your back, put a roof over your head and feed you and all that stuff. Your friend isn't going to do that. The only person who's going to do that is you and God. Or the ultimate, whatever you want to call it. So tell me, what are your thoughts? I'm really I'm interested to know what you all think about the whole clairvoyance, tarot card readers, you know, palmistry. And sometimes I even watch, because sometimes I go to bed pretty late and there's those psychic reading things that come on, and I just watch it and I'm like, what? How can you say all these things? It's so crazy. And it's just via a text. People sending text messages, and then there's a psychic reader there and they tell them all these things. And it's like, what? It's crazy. So tell me what you guys think. And what are your thoughts on it and stuff? But anyway, I'm going to head off because my contacts are actually irritating my eyes. That's why you see me like slowly close my eyes. So you guys take care of yourself, and I shall see you all soon. And if you want to see the tutorial for this look, make sure you subscribe to my beauty channel because the look will be there. And I shall see you all soon.